What up, 3 times? You already know who it is. This is the one and only homie Chef, aka Wings912 on IG. That's WINGZZ912 on Instagram. You're looking at me, Almighty Shoe Review. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If it's your first time, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay tapped in. I'm gonna be dropping a little bit more content and a little bit faster. Now, as you can see, I had to do some upgrades real quick and just make sure everything was right. But now that we on point, it's coming, y'all. Everything is coming, you know. Shout out to the Breakfast Club, local home team, crew. We did pretty good, especially on this shoe right here. I think just about everybody here got a pair. And yeah, really want to go ahead and get into this. Now, as you can see with the background, got a little theme going, and it's a shout out to the Whitaker Group. Everybody knows that the Whitaker Group is responsible for the brands APB Store, Maniere, Social Status, Hand Wash Cold. This year they are celebrating 10 years in the game, and they have a theme release called While You Were Sleeping, and it's going to be a lot of different products and a lot of different collabs that they have coming with Nike and the Jordan brand. And today we got one of the first ones, and it already kind of has, you know what I mean, a little bit of a predecessor before it. But never mind all that, let's go ahead and get into it. You know how we rock. The first thing we do is we start with the box. And the box is pretty elaborate, I can't front. You know what I mean? Ow. You know, but it actually opens up. And you can see the 10-year, you know, pretty stylish. Got the curtain on it, silver, you know what I mean? A little dope. I ain't gonna say it's just a rag, but you know, like kind of like a curtain is unveiling, you know? And they do have it, I'm sorry. And the colors read black, flat pewter, you know? And I present to you guys the Maniere Air Jordan 3s. And now that we got them in hand, let's get into them. The Maniere Women's Air Jordan 3 Retro While You Were Sleeping features black tumble leather on the upper, fortified with gray hair suede overlays at the forefoot and heel. Perforated nubuck in a subdued violet or hue appears on the eye stay and mid-cut collar, lined with quilted satin and stripped of interior padding. The tongue is also slimmed down and displays mismatched A and Jumpman branding. A raised Nike Air logo embellishes the molded heel tab. A vintage off-white finish coats the polyurethane midsole fitted with a visible air sole unit in the heel. And we have 2 pairs of alternate laces. All right, so boom, let's go ahead and talk about it. The shoe, you know, gives the alternative to the original, which was in white. You know, I'm not mad at that. I like the way that the color blocking is. I can't front. It's a little different, you know, kind of almost similar to the black cement 3s. But, you know, it got some different things. You know, we have the Nike Air on the back, of course. That's going to be there. We also got the hang tag, you know. Got the A, and then we got the Jumpman on the alternate. You know, it's pretty much similar. You know, materials feel a little bit different around the collar. You know, we got the quilted sock liner, alternate laces, and you know, it's pretty much to the same comparison to a degree, but there are some different details in it. And the leather feels really good. I like the leather. Materials are on point. I was seeing certain people have certain issues and certain things like that, like the stitching, so on and so forth. But the pair that I have in hand, it's pretty on point. I can't complain, you know, as far as the QC goes. It is different that they have this flat black that sits on the midsole, that is very different. Not the shiny material. It's a different type of flat material. It feels pretty good to touch. It's pretty cool, you know. But let's go ahead and compare it to the predecessor. And I'm talking about none other than the Maniere Jordan 3, you know. Now when we compare it side by side and look at it, you can see the execution was a little bit different. You know, the tongue is in leather, just like the shoe. As a comparison, they gave you the alternate material that's suede on there. And you know, they gave you different suede on the eyelets. You know, you got the perforated suede over here that matches with the tongue. And this has the solid gray suede that's pretty much on the toe cap. And then on the heel, as you can see, they both have the Nike Air. You know, definitely, you know, on point and the same. But the difference is you see right here, we have the paint, plastic shiny paint. We got that flat black, that matte. And then not only that, but this is another big comparison. As you can see, when it comes to the sock liner, this is a little bit more padded. The originals, the white ones, are a little bit more padded in comparison to these guys. As you can see, you got the thinner sock liner, the thinner tongue, you know, but they still fit kind of the same. You know what I mean? I feel like the white ones have a better fit on them than the black ones. You know what I mean? These are still fitting, but these just are fitting a little bit more because they're padded. But nevertheless, it's still a good shoe, man. I'm not mad at it at all. Definitely is just the alternative to this guy. So I know a lot of people were going hard. But if you ask me, there is no comparison. The white one will always be the GOAT. It's that shoe, man. Like, I'm sorry. It's the execution, truly flawless. Even with the white, and you know, they have the hints of age that was on the tongue and on the eyelets. But yeah, and even in the partially on the midsole, but that white is standing out and so clean and so crispy. So no disrespect to those. I know a lot of people was trying to compare these to the Black Cement 3s, but you got to just let this shoe have a life of its own. But yeah, man, it's not bad. Pretty cool, you know. So let me go ahead and give y'all one more quick look at these before we bring the chefs out. And I can't front, they are tough, you know. And when it comes to the chefs, I'm sorry, I don't know how y'all gonna feel, but I'm gonna give these a 7. I do like the brand and the luxury materials that were used on it, but I have the white ones and these just don't compare for me, you know. Like, definitely two different situations, two different scenarios. This will definitely be a good winter shoe, but for me, it's just not hitting right, you know. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So nevertheless, they still going to stay in the collection, you know what I mean? But right now, for me, when it comes to the chefs, we're giving it a 7. Now, when it comes to the resale, you see the prices, they were up closer to 300, but as you can see, they're falling closer back down to retail. There was a lot, but there weren't many. So, you know, if you're planning to resell these will be a bit of a hold, I feel. So do what you want with that information. But if you're looking to cop, I say now will be the time. You might spend a little bit closer to $325 after fees, you know, and that's whether it's StockX or GOAT. So, you know, if you're in the market for them, go ahead and go for them. A lot of places have been popping up with them as of late. The last place that I saw that dropped some were undefeated, and that was a week and some change after. So I don't know how that goes, but yeah, man, get involved, man. As always, appreciate y'all tapping in, showing love. Please, please, please keep spreading love, man. That's all we got at the end of the day. 24 has been crazy. We're going through to these elections, everything becoming political. So please just stay out the way, stay low, get money, and stay focused. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. And by the way, the end of the year is heating up. We're going to have a lot of good shoes. September is on the way. Birdies are on the way September 18th. Like, we got some things coming, man. So keep your eyes open. But you already know the motto, man. You already know where we're going with this. By any means, keep them sneakers clean. You know what it is. Before you go pay resale, come here and get the details. And if we catch you lacking, understand we snatching. It's not a game. Be easy.